Hello you, welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time here, allow me to introduce myself real quick. My name is Vandeputte, my channel is all about time-lapse travel tutorials. That was a quick one. Today I'm teaching you how to do this. This match cut transition was part of my latest video that I shot. There's stuff flying out. That I shot with or made for Panasonic, this campaign about the S1, which is a beautiful full-frame mirrorless camera. This video isn't part of that campaign, but you guys gave me so much great feedback and I got so many questions about that match cut transition thing that I decided to make a quick tutorial about it. Now, it's a pretty easy thing to do. You just need the right subjects and circumstances and a little bit of gear for it, but you can do this on your phone pretty much. It's just very finicky in post-production. First, let's go over what you need. So you need a camera to record video with. Now, the higher the resolution, the better, and the better your image stabilization, the better as well, obviously. So this can be lens stabilization or internal stabilization, which this camera has. You also need a subject, multiple subjects that do the same thing over and over again. I obviously went for a bus on a intersection or a number of buses that follow the same route. And then you need a spot to shoot from. And ideally, you just in that spot for half an hour and you shoot the same shot over and over and over again. Now, I do want to say, I was inspired to do this by the team over at Filmspektakel. They've made multiple mind-blowingly cool time lapses and awesome transitions. They made one from New York and this is what it looks like. I hope they don't mind me using this in this clip. They did it differently than I did. They shot hundreds or thousands of photos, whatever. I kind of gave that my spin. I also didn't have time to do it the way they did. But yeah, shout out to Filmspektakel. They have an awesome channel and they're doing some really cool things. So check them out. Anyways, I decided to go with shooting video and then cutting video together because that's what I wanted to do. Now, you're going to go to your spot. You're going to get comfortable because you're going to be there for a while. Choose your camera settings. You want everything on manual, obviously. You don't want the light to change. You don't want any exposure settings or white balance to change. Everything needs to look the exact same. So everything on manual, ISO, white balance, aperture, and shutter speed. Obviously, I can't give you these settings because they depend on where you are and what your scene looks like. Keep the same focal length if you have a zoom lens. Obviously, if you're going to start zooming in and out, your frame's going to be different. The whole idea is to have the same frame or as close as possible in every video. And then what I use is on this camera, you can kind of in video mode, put your focus area somewhere on the screen, and I just use that as a reference bit. So I would track a bus going along and make sure that the front of the bus is exactly in the same spot for every single shot. And I would start shooting it, and I would follow it, and I'd be looking at the screen instead of nowhere, and then I'd stop shooting. And then what? Then you do it 20 more times. Then you keep doing the same stuff. Same height, same stance, same speed. Keep it in the exact same reference bit. And that's pretty much it. Shoot 10, 20, 30 shots. The more you have, the more options you get in post. And let's move on to post-production because that's what it's going to be all about. Load all your clips on a timeline and put a marker on the exact same point in every clip. So this bus would pass right in front of this subway or metro or train sign. That's where I put the marker. And you repeat that for all the clips. Then you stack these clips on top of each other and line up these markers. So that's the start of this edit, is you have one point in all these clips where these buses are in the exact same spot. And then you're gonna roll your clip, or the start of that clip, you're gonna stagger that in like a ladder way. So you go from one clip to the next to the next. I used a 10 frame timing because that's kind of what I felt like doing for this edit. Depending on the speed of the bus, you might have to slip it forward or backward in time. Then to make sure that they fully match up, you're going to take your first clip, then look at the second clip, lower the opacity so it's kind of see-through, and then play around with the scale and the position of that clip so that it matches as closely as possible to the clip underneath. Put your opacity back to 100 and repeat that process for all the following clips. Yeah, literally, that's pretty much it. The post-production for this thing is just finicky, but the results are worth it because you guys were blowing up my DMs and comments about how cool those transitions were. So if you end up doing this, I would love to see your results. Please tag me in them. I'm Matt Joes on Twitter and Instagram. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this quick little tutorial and seriously hope to see some of your cool footage out there. Thanks for tuning in. Check out whatever else is on the screen for more tutorials or videos. If you want to learn how to time-lapse, got some ebooks, you can check those out. And if you haven't subscribed already, please consider doing so. Many thanks. See you very soon.
service. Snelheten, og snøvler det sniksel. Hele road maar, snøver helt fri. En dat is nou zo het